my name is Angelique and my presentation is on sexting. What is sexting? Sexting is sending a sexual explicit message, photo, or video through cell phone, computer, or any digital device. Sexting includes photos and videos containing nudity or showing any sexual act. Sexting is also often done as a joke or a way of getting attention from a male or a female, or aka flirting. Sexting in our generation is the new normal. Types of sexting: sexual photos, as I mentioned in videos early in the previous statement, wearing lingerie or being completely naked. You also have seductive text messages, or whereas you have the boys or some females who likes to show others when it was meant to kept private. How often is sexting occurring? In 2017, Millennial Sex Survey found that 62% of the millennials said they sext at least once a month, and 48% say they do it at least once a week, which seemed normal for that type of generation. But for teens, younger teens, they were reported 23% girls and 25% boys were pressured to send explicit messages, which is pretty true, common in younger teens. They like to send news just for like the population of it. Couples do it as a commitment or as a part of their romantic sexual activity. Teens can be done with their actual consent, or it can be done by, bully or blackmail, humiliated them, things in that type of nature. This comes after the relationship ends, or it can be done without even knowing. One of the two examples, bathroom or locker room. Theories and behaviors on sexting. There's 4. You have social learning theory, sexual satisfaction, sexual behavior, and sexual risk. I will start off with social learning theory. Social learning theory is a framework of thoughts through deviant behaviors that can be explained. Sexual satisfaction is common sense. One of the examples are sexting outside of romantic relationship is a thrill that people get out of engaging in this behavior. For the older generations, of course, you get a new girl, y'all get to sexting, and it seemed a little fun at the time. But for the younger generations, it can be, like I said before, population-wise, getting the hottest girl nudes or something in that type of nature. Sexual behavior is a range of sexual acts with another person. Sexual risk is a negative outcome, and people don't think about that when it comes to transmitted disease or unwanted pregnancy, or even just having more than just one sex partner. Also, theories show that drugs and alcohol play a role to those who sent it or received or even asked for the sex. And this is particular when it comes to college students. The reality of sexting: the consequences behind sexting can lead to depression, anxiety, social isolation, a negative self-image, suicidal thoughts, and self-harm behavior. Social media plays a role when it comes to sexuality. It also has double standards. Like for example, man wants to see grown women showing off their breasts and butt and stuff like that, but when it comes to their children, it's not okay. But we're setting an example that it is okay because we're letting other people watch and see things. Celebrity play a role as well in promoting seductive pictures for attention, like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, the Kardashians. They're showing off their body, making male want to, talk to them and be more attractive for male. And which is not okay for younger girls because they'll think that's what their body's supposed to look like. In reality, everybody's body is not the same. Behind these consequences, a young girl killed herself because she trusted the man she was in a relationship with, and he decided to share her picture with the school. And when she got to school, it was everywhere. So she committed suicide, which is not okay. As a society, it does control this behavior, and we must do more to raise the awareness and stop the bullying in person and online. Is sexting a crime? Sending, owning, or taking naked or sexual photos or pictures of someone under the age of 18 is illegal, even if both said it was okay to do so. Under the federal law, any sexual explicit image of minors under the age of 18 are considered child pornography, even if the minors created the image themselves. By not addressing this issue, the risk of sexual violence has extreme consequences of sexual behavior, and not telling the younger generation may result to leaving them in a vulnerable position. Sexting is often considered a sexual crime. Some states may label it as a sexual abuse or sexual conduct. These activities are sex crimes that have been deemed felony activity in many jurisdictions. The punishment for the convicted individuals can be a sentence up to 10 to 20 years in prison with the potential additional $10,000 to $50,000 in fines. In conclusion, sexting can be dangerous whether you're younger or older. It may seem like it's fun, but the risk behind it isn't. No one wants their video or pictures being leaked, so to prevent that from happening, when it comes to our kids, we need to set rules for the internet and cell phone use and discuss consequences for breaking these rules. Be open with your children so they are not afraid to talk to you about sex or anything else. Don't be so judgmental with them either, because that will keep them away from sharing things with you. And also pay attention to the behavior patterns. You could miss a warning sign. And this concludes my presentation. Here's my reference.